There are few things more frustrating than a stain that just won't come out. But for one family, a mysterious spot on the floor went from a minor nuisance to a frightening mystery.
We take you back to 1971, the village of Belmez in Andalusia, Spain. Local resident Maria Gomez Camara discovers a strange discoloration on her concrete kitchen floor. Oddly, after a few days, it changes and forms what appears to be a face. She tries to scrub it away to no avail, so her husband then tears up the floor and re-cements it. But a week later, the face reappears in the floor, followed by several more. Word quickly spreads about the phenomenon in Belmez.
There's been a number of investigations and attempts at analysis of the site, and none of them have come up with any evidence of paint or tampering that would lead to a concrete explanation for the existence of the faces.
Even stranger, while researchers were examining the site, a number of long-expired human remains were found buried underneath the house, unbeknownst to the family.
I was able to verify that there was a late 1800 cemetery in that location. It likely was a Catholic cemetery that was long forgotten, and when they needed room to build homes, they just went ahead and built a home over it without realizing that the headstones had been removed.
A lot of the people that visited the Belmez faces thought that the bodies or the spirits or the souls beneath the home were showing themselves through these faces in the floor.
The family has always insisted this was not a hoax. They weren't hand-drawing the faces on their own floor. And though the mother Maria died in 2004, the image continues to draw visitors to the house to this day. But what are they really looking at? Our experts face off.
First, perhaps this could all have been another example of pareidolia, the tendency of humans to see familiar shapes within randomly occurring patterns. But Andrew McCarthy isn't so sure.
Some say that these images could be an accident. Maybe they simply spilled something on the floor which stained it and it resembled a face. Then why does the face keep reappearing time and time again? That seems to rule out a coincidence.
Catholic miracle researcher Michael O'Neill says that while this resembles some confirmed miracles, it can't be classified as such.
There's a case in the 1700s in Austria called Our Lady of Absam. Began to manifest the face of the Virgin Mary. The glass was wiped clean with acid, and the image came back, according to the investigator. And as a result, they declared it to be miraculous. We don't have the same situation now. We don't see in real time the image returning, so it cannot be established as miraculous.
A chemical engineering firm in Spain that analyzed the Belmez faces in 2014 told us their tests, using infrared scanning and electron microscopes, did not find any traces of inorganic materials like paint where the images appeared. But Mick West thinks it's very possible the faces weren't painted on, but instead created with another technique.
It seems almost like they're removing areas rather than adding to the areas. It's very dark around the outside of the face and then it's white in the middle. So it could just simply be that they've added something like bleach, but then would eventually evaporate and you wouldn't really see any residue of that.
Mick makes an interesting case for bleach, but the most recent testing did not detect bleach or paint. So our verdict, these strange faces remain an unexplained phenomenon until we get more concrete proof.